this is Kathleen. I have a question for you. How many of you use like an idea system of some kind, like an idea book to keep track of the ideas that you find on YouTube for decorating junk journals? Or I have used, this is my big idea book, but I don't use it very often anymore. And I want to show you what I use now that kind of helps me organize my ideas. But I'm really interested in what you use and how you keep track of these ideas and organize them so that you can retrieve them again. I just have a funny personality, I guess. If something is closed up and put away, I have a hard time, remembering to use it. But this is now my system. Some of you have seen this. I call it my pocket pouch. And so when I see an idea on YouTube, or if I think of one in the middle of the night, which happens sometimes, then I immediately try to make a little template and put it in this pocket pouch. Because pockets, and I also have tucks in here, so pockets and tucks and belly bands, that kind of thing, it goes in here. If it's something else, like a page tab or some other kind of page idea, then I put it in my idea book tabs. Or this is a belly band. I started this a long time ago, and I used to use just a notebook. These are just some edges, page edges, ideas. But yeah, but I don't, if it's big, then it kind of goes in here. But for decorative pockets and elements that I put in my journals, I usually make a template and put it in here. So let me know really in the comments how you do it, because I think there's a lot of different ways that people do that, but I'm curious. Anyway, but I wanted to show you, I'm decorating 2 books right now, and I wanted to show you how I use this pocket pouch to help me decorate. So this is the way I decorated a journal. I make it, I bind it, and then I decorate it. So once I have it, and it's empty and ready to go, this is kind of a farmhouse journal that I'm working on. Then I sit down in my rocking chair and I take my pocket pouch and I unload all of the things that I have in here, and I just start flipping through, and I'll put things on. I'll think, okay, what am I going to do here? And I put the template on there. Now this is kind of halfway decorated, as is this one. This is a journal that I'm working on currently for using Dear Julie digitals, and it's for a design team project that I will show a little later. But right now I'm in the middle of decorating it, so I want to show you how I use this. So I take the template out of the pocket, or the pocket pouch, and put it where I think that I want to decorate it on the page. So I would take this out of the pocket pouch and just put it there, and then move on to the next thing. So in this journal, let me show you what I've done so far. So on the first inside cover, I decided I wanted to do this. And let me take the ephemera out. So you can see that this is different than this, but that's okay, because this is just a template. This is just a pattern kind of in my mind. So I can adjust it and do whatever I want with it. So I did have a vintage report card in my stash, and so I cut that down because I wanted to use that as the back, and then I just created a little pocket here, and I didn't do it diagonally, partly because I kind of wanted to emphasize this part of the pocket rather than have this be the focal point. So that's kind of a little bit more in the background in my mind. And then I just took the rest of it and made a tag to slide behind there. And then I found this little piece of trash from a book, but it's blank on the back, so it can be journaled on. So that goes there. So then once I'm through with this, once I have created the idea in my journal, then I just take this and I slide it back in the pocket pouch for next time. So then, okay, that's done. So here's the next thing I wanted to decorate was this page right under here, and I decided I wanted to make a top corner diagonal pocket. And so I now take that, I did the pocket, I put a piece of ephemera in it, and now I can take that and move that back into the pocket. So you can see here at the back, these are just now, as I went through and made, decided where I wanted to put pockets, then I left that template in the page. That does another thing, and here's a tip, because if you end up using something like this, then what that does for me is as the journal gets bigger, I can judge when it's getting too thick, too chunky for the spine. And at that point, I can either start removing pockets. I can say, okay, I don't have room for that one. Or I can judge how much, how many more pockets I need, too many pockets. I can adjust by doing it this way. And then it just organizes my mind so that then I can start decorating. So let me show you a little bit more. Okay, so here was the template that I had put in the page, and then I went looking for, what would create this, and I found a vintage label in my stash for ginger ale, and what I liked was the color on there, these two colors, especially this yellow. And so I thought that will be perfect, and so then I just had to create a little cluster, and I did not put it on the top like I sometimes do with this template. I put it on the side, and then just found a vintage library card and altered that for the ephemera. Now I can put this back in my pocket pouch. So the next page was this center spread. I decided that I wanted to use this template, which is a larger tuck spot and a smaller opposite tuck spot. So that's what I've created here. And then on the opposite side, then I just have this that folds over, and there's that whole big journaling space on the back of that paper. All right, then the next one was, this page, and I decided I wanted to make one of these flip pockets, which is in the pocket pattern playlist. Anyway, so I have recreated that for the book, and it flips out. But instead of just making a folded hinge, I decided to extend that paper a little and make another little pocket on this side. So this is a nice little flip out pocket. So there's a tuck on this side, and then there's a flip out and a pocket here. So then that template now, and along with this one, that just now goes back in my pouch, and I'm on to the next thing. Okay, so now on this page, I decided I wanted to create one of my clustered belly bands. And so that has been living here, and now that's done. I just need a piece of ephemera to go behind there. Yep. Okay, so then on this one, I decided that I wanted to use this wraparound pocket that I really love to use, that pattern. And so I have created this. I just did some digitals on the back, and then I made some little collages here on each of the tucks. And so now on this page, so this happens occasionally. Once I start decorating, I was going to do a top tuck on this page, but I just had this little piece of ephemera, a digital piece sitting on my desk, and I decided, you know, that would look good there. And so I just did that instead. So I don't rely on this as like a rule that says I have to do that pocket here. I just use it when I want to. Okay, here I decided I wanted to create one of these double envelope pocket. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember anyway. It's in the pocket pattern playlist as well. Just recently did it, but I can't remember what I called it. So I created that to match the journal, and now that pattern can go back in the pocket pouch. And there's a tuck spot on this side. Okay, so I think you get the idea. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, would you hit that like button for me? That would really help me. Then YouTube will show this video a little wider. And I have the most fabulous Happy Mail to show that I got from my friend Big Mama. And so if you stick with me to the end, then I will show you what I got for Happy Mail. So this is the next page that I need to decorate. And this is what I thought that I would use. But now that I have decorated it, look, I can see that this is very similar to this pattern already, and that's kind of close. So I like this, and I want to use it, but I think that I will come back here and maybe switch it out somewhere back here in this later for a different, yeah, maybe this one. So I'll just put that one there now, and then I'll use this pattern. This is just a torn patch pocket, and so let me just do that quickly with you, and then I'll show you the Happy Mail. So I'm thinking that I really like this school bus yellow. So that's about the right size. I don't want this. Well, that might be interesting, you know, to tell you the truth. This is just some papers that I had from trash. My husband was throwing away some calendar things. This is a pocket. I do kind of like that divot, if we could cover that up. All right, I think I'm gonna take this over and cut that. All right. I kind of like that. Yeah, so I will use this again somewhere, maybe not in this journal, but I will stick that back in the pouch, and let's round the corners on this. All right, and I need my distress ink because this looks way too new, don't you think? And I do have this napkin that I've been wanting to use. It has some apples on it, and the colors match really well with what I'm doing. Let's see if I have a stencil. Where's my number stencil? There it is. Okay, I've been using this stencil in the book, so let's just maybe put a little bit of that on there. And then here's a little piece of trash. Okay, I'm gonna darken that. And then I think just do this. And cover that up. Let's just use this. So the reason why I like this napkin also is because it has this blue color in it. And I'm trying as well to use some blue. Okay, let's just tear that there, put my finger there, put my finger there, and I know about how far up I'm going to go there. And then I just start putting some glue down. And make sure I get that glue along the edge. I can come back and trim it. All right. Now, hang on just a minute while I dry this. All right. Now, let's put the stress again along that edge. Okay. Now, I can glue this on there. Yeah, I like it. I think that's turned out well. And then I'll show you the Happy Mail. All right, I like that. That turned out really good, I think. Okay, so that's kind of the way I do it. So the next one that needs to be decorated is right here. And I've got the pattern, and I've got a couple of pieces of paper that I'm planning on using. Here's another one that I can come. Sometimes I wait and do them one at a time. And sometimes, depending on how motivated I am to decorate that day, I will just kind of do it halfway like this, and then come back and do all the decorating together. So it just kind of depends on how I feel. With this one, I have done another couple back here, further back. This is the pattern, you know, and then I have made this to go here. You saw me make that, and so I can put that pattern now back in the pocket pouch. All right, that's how I use my pocket pouch to decorate in my junk journals and organize myself. So let me move that aside, and then let me show you this fun Happy Mail. So this was the envelope that came. She did a fabulous job altering the envelope. So pretty. And I'm sure that I can somehow use that. Wouldn't that make a pretty cover for a journal, actually? So thank you, Sandy, for the envelope. And look at what she has sent me. I thought she was just going to send me some paper, some antique papers from some books, but she has sent the whole books, 2 of them. This one has got some water damage, really cool. But I love this faded red, and this is embossed. And yeah, really, really wonderful. This is a religious book, 1915, The Heart of Revelation, and there are beautiful images of Christ and Mary, and there's Christ and the sheep and the nativity. I'm really excited. I may do something Christmas with some of these images. And here's another one. Just really, really wonderful paper, and really great sayings that I can use. And so, oh, there's a little something. Sweet little prayer card. Yeah, wonderful. And then she sent this sweet note. Look at her handwriting. Isn't that gorgeous. I will probably use that too somehow in my collage. And then she said that she hand stitched this tag for me since she loves playing tag. And so I don't know how to play that, Sandy, but maybe it means that I need to tag someone else. So look at all that beautiful hand stitching. Really lovely. And then I thought this was just fabulous. My blessing. Blessed are those who give without remembering, and blessed are those who take without forgetting. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for spending a little time with me today. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you also have some kind of an organizational system for keeping track of the ideas that you find that you want to use for decorating elements in your journals. So we'll see you again with another project.